the legend Ryu Dota. How you doing?
Woo, let's go! Alright, I'm gonna go back to bed.
Get up! We're watching Dota, man. You can't do it right now. But yeah, a little bit of a crazy time last time around. We are seeing a little bit of different bans. The Vengeful Spirit was taken out by NP, but that does give Elite Wolves the Warlock, which I believe is actually their most banned hero against them. Feels like it fits well within their style of play, but immediately the answer of the Rubik. Tell me what you're thinking, man.
Thinking that Firelight died wants to show off how to steal some spells today. He's like, give me that hero envy or else I'm leaving for Team Secret. And then Omni Knight here, Mojo's like, if you ever pick me Omni Knight again, I'm gonna leave Team NP. So that's what's probably going on. This Omni Knight is a very strong hero, but he's probably one of the most boring heroes, at least for me. It's just like you're going around, you're kind of like sitting behind people, healing them, buffing them up. I mean, I might as well just go play an RPG if I wanted to do that.
Yeah, why not? Go play an RPG. It'll be fun. No, I'm with you.
All right, let's go. All right, well, we'll just leave somebody else's guesses.
What are we? Post TI4 newbie? Lol. All right, that's got him from 3 years ago.
Post Burning Crusade, let's go.
Yeah, no, I think that I actually don't mind playing it because like, can't you have more fun nowadays taking the hand of Midas, going into a Radiance or something like that? Or do you think that the way that NP want to play, it's more likely that they're just going to go the stock and standard Omni Knight builds?
It depends on the heroes in the game. If you think about it, the reason why they were able to get away with the Midas in most of the games for newbie and the Chinese teams when they pick it up is because they have like these one-on-ones situations where the Omni Knight completely crushes the other hero, and so you just go Midas in that situation and then you scale. And then other games where, let's say you're against like a Silencer or some other hero or some other team fight that's stronger than yours, you want to go Arcane Boots. I mean, well, obviously Arcane Boots into Greaves, but you want to have that extra heal, extra control in team fights. So it depends on the pick or the picks. So at the end of the game, I will gladly answer your question, maybe.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying though, is that it's become not just like RPG mode. It's
stock and standard.
Yeah, you can do other things maybe. See, it's fine. I'm sure MSS loves the hero.
We don't like diversity here. We don't like your idea. You need to chill, man.
All right, fair enough.
I'm about to subjugate you, and you're gonna do. I'm just kidding.
Subjugation at the ultimate levels. TA banned out this time, considering that there is still that first pick, and they don't necessarily want to take it themselves. Ember Spirit is also going to be taken out of the pool, interestingly enough, by both of the teams that had it previously. So that's a little bit of an interesting flair to it. With the Warlock and the Monkey King, a lot of team fight ultis. Do you think that Elite Wolves are just looking for ease of execution after the problems they had in last game?
Yeah, maybe just go back to a lineup that has... It's kind of weird to say it, though, because normally the way to counter a heavy team fight is kind of like NP style last game, where you split up the map, you completely pick apart your team, the enemy team, and then Elite Wolves, this time they're kind of vulnerable to the same play style, but NP are like, we're just gonna beat you in team fights because we think we're a better team. I think that's what they're kind of saying. Like, they're saying they don't need to split up the map as much, but you never know. NP, they can still go for that route. They can still get Spectre again if they really want to. They can go for a Slark themselves. Well, I mean, they banned it out. Normally you ban Slark out against all the South American teams. Let's see, what else is there? Lina is a high priority right now since TA's been banned. Let's see what else.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
Let's see. Roaming hero, 4 positions.
I mean,
not many left.
There's Tusk, there's Earth Spirit.
They might do Visage too.
Oh my God, are they gonna go Weaver? They actually could go Owie Weaver. That would be amazing.
There's games that can work for it, and then other games that can't. We'll see. I think NP, they're gonna either pick AUI Visage or, like you said, Weaver. Maybe they'll pick EE Terrorblade or something along those lines. Terrorblade isn't too strong against Warlock though. At times, if you get Fatal Bonds.
Reserve time.
Elite Wolves, how are they gonna handle this now?
Yeah, I think that. Well, maybe doing like the support weaver is too greedy. I could be going too outside of my mind with it. I like the idea of trying to double down on teamfight maybe, and like going for something like a. Well, I was gonna say something like an Enigma. It's really good against Omni Knight.
Dude,
obviously,
you got banned by Trent Packs.
it happens.
And Dano? Oh my god,
It happens. Get out of here.
dude! You just got wrecked. Oh my goodness! During a cast too. God bless. That's the ultimate owned. My goodness.
He unbanned me afterwards. Get out of here, Ryu. I'll
doesn't
take
matter
none of
about
it.
unbanned.
I'll take none of your sass right
You
now.
just got slapped.
Oh, look at this though. We got ABBA
they-
followed up by the Bristleback. We're going full NA Dota right now.
Yeah, NP love Bristleback. I feel like they always pick this hero up whenever they can. It's just Envy's thing. I mean, Solar Crest is pretty
10
broken right
seconds
now
remaining.
in Dota. Bristleback, once he has the Solar Crest on top of
5
himself
seconds
with a
remaining.
Vanguard, he's basically unkillable. There's not many options to really
Reserve
counter
time.
the Bristle. So they're gonna have to dig so deep right now to find a counter.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I mean, you could just go for somebody that's a Silver Edge holder. It's still something that's kind of tough though, because if you have to build into a Silver Edge
Actually
early,
really good this game is Razor. Like Razor is one of those heroes that's not good at all right now, but at the same time, I would like to
Dire
see
team
them
back.
try and count. At the same time, maybe not. Razor gets kind of hard countered by Omni
can you
Knight.
make up your mind?
I don't know, because Razor is one of those heroes that can dominate a Bristleback and steal all of his HP, and he's also very tanky himself. But there's an Omni Knight with heal,
10
and then you
seconds
have
remaining.
lockdown issues, and then
I'm gonna talk for a second about how much I like the
5
Terrorblade
seconds
pick though,
remaining.
okay? Because
no, that's not good. We already talked
No.
about Terrorblade.
no, look at. I think that anytime you pick
Reserve
Terrorblade
time.
right now in competitive Dota, you just win. Like I honestly am at almost that point because of just how strong this hero is. He basically just allows you to take high ground. He's great in team fights. Reflection adds onto this. So not only is he a great tower taker, but also he's a good team fighter if you get early points up in that. I don't know. I just think that it solves a lot of what their problems were before. And with ABBA Terrorblade, how do you really approach to try and take that down? How do you try and kill off a Terrorblade that's metamorphosed at your tower?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. The one good and bad thing is that Terrorblade isn't good against Bristleback and is good against Bristleback. So the reason why he's not good against Bristleback is because once he turns his back,
10 seconds
then,
remaining.
especially when I talked about when he has that Solar Crest, Terrorblade doesn't really want to go for an
Radiant team
MKB,
back.
and it's going to be really hard for him to chew through all this HP of Bristleback. But at the same time, if Bristleback gets the
Radiant
Terrorblade
team
low,
pick.
Bristle doesn't have an Abyssal Blade or any stuns to really work with, so Terrorblade's almost always going to get off the Sunder this game. There's only going to be Weaver with Lincolns eventually, maybe, in this game. We still don't know where the
10
if this is a
seconds
Weaver is a
remaining.
4 position. Probably is, but
Mhm.
we still don't know 100%. Could be Weaver
5
mid,
seconds
never know.
remaining.
And then or carry. There's a lot of options for MP. So there's
Reserve time.
every single time I see this Bristleback, I want to see a way to counter it. And right now, I haven't seen many teams have a lot of success countering it.
Okay. Well, maybe it'll just be the battle of the OP heroes then. Again,
yeah, Terrorblade is pretty OP.
it's a lot of physical damage coming out though, and the naturally high armor that you have. ABBA builds into armor items also. It's going to be hard to deal with
10
either way.
seconds remaining.
It's just gonna be two Radiances against each other, Abaddon and Omnia Radiance,
5
and then
seconds remaining.
Terrorblade's gonna have a Diffusal eventually for the Omni Knight ulti. So this is a hero that I've talked about a lot in the past 2 days because NP, they always love to run Bristleback. So you bring up this hero that can hard counter Bristle because of the mana problems. And if you drain a lot of mana away, you can just one-shot the Bristle. But
10 seconds
once it's
remaining.
like 15, 20 minutes in the game and Bristle has that Solar Crest that I always harp on,
5 seconds
then you're not going to be
remaining.
hitting as much on OD. OD still doesn't want to go for an MKB. So,
What? Oh, the legendary
Zeus.
support
I
Zeus.
mean, for no, well, that's mid Zeus.
Are you sure?
This is, yeah, they're gonna do mid Zeus against OD. OD should do fine. And then Zeus should have a little bit of hard time, but you pick Zeus here since there's no Tinker. I think Tinker was banned. You go for the Zeus. It completely hard counters Terrorblade with your static field.
So they're running Fata Weaver then? Or no, Fata Zeus then? And then they're running Owie Weaver. Or is it Owie Omni and then EE is on the Weaver? That's what it is.
Oh, yeah, that's probably what it is. I mean, they could still swap. They could still do mind games where they swap
10
back
seconds remaining.
Omni to off lane, and then they could do a lot of stuff. I don't know. I think you put Weaver in 4 here. I mean, it doesn't matter too much. Omni plus Bristleback off lane sounds kind of scary if you think about it.
Yeah.
But they have Warlock for heals, Monkey King. If he starts with Poor Man Shield, that can be tough.
See, I was remembering a time back in the, what was it? I think that it was actually the one of the final panels for the Kiev Major. They were talking about how to deal with Terrorblade, and they said that Zeus was one of the answers and playing it in the support role. And I thought that that's something that they were going to go to here, but instead playing it mid. What are the problems that this hero has out of the mid role, though? Because I feel like you sometimes run into issues, and there's a reason that Zeus isn't played in the mid anymore, or played at all. Like,
I think it's better played in mid than support.
right.
I think it's just you don't get as many levels, and then Zeus is very fragile in the mid lane. He's susceptible to a lot of ganks. If you bring Monkey King over, I feel like you could easily dive the Zeus, kill him a lot of times. So there's a lot of ways for Zeus to be punished, but at the end of the day, all he really needs is like Aether Lens, Force Staff, these extra mobility, extra damage items, and then Terrorblade, his illusions just melt from the damage.
Well, early movement out here. There is going to be a ward placed by the Warlock now. Does he get scouted out by the Omni Knight? They are both smoked up, and they will pass by each other, as that was a ward placed down by Owie that I do believe Warlock will have spotted, probably? I would imagine. Although he only has 1 sentry, and they're not going to be able to get both of them. It looks like they might instead focus on trying to get the pole camp taken out. Or maybe he just doesn't block a sentry ward at all.
Seconds to battle.
Sentry ward? Anywhere? We'll see what he decides to go for it.
Gave it to the courier, Kappa.
Oh, okay. Oh, look, he's got the little courier with the boot on it. That's great.
You just got a boot in your butt by Trent, so you know all about those boots.
I am going to say it to my face on land, Ryu.
I'm not good enough to make it to a land. You should have said
Kappa.
that.
Oh,
The battle
jeez.
begins.
I gotta say it. I'll save that one for it. Anyways, Monkey King.
That's too late. I already said.
He's got this one taken out, so they will be able to have their pole camp dewarded. Unfortunately, only 1 sentry ward is there, and it looks like we're going to have just stock standard lanes. Omni Knight versus Abaddon as a zoning partner. How do you think that this plays out?
I think it's fine for Omni Knight. He's got 2 clarities to work with, and then he also has the Orb of Venom. So it doesn't seem too bad here. Both range creeps were kind of in the front. So, thing is, once this Rubik comes up here, then they have a lot of kill potential.
Okay.
On Abba.
Yeah, he's getting body blocked already, but just look at the poor man's shield. Like, literally no damage. He is so fine with this. Maybe Pylai die? They're rotating in.
For him.
They don't have the Aphotic Shield. Doing some more right clicks. They get the pullback. He still has his tango going, and, well, now starting to deal a bit more damage. Can they actually find this kill? They're thinking about diving forward. He gets it. First blood, and, well, it knocked him out of the damn game, apparently.
Time to restart the game, boys.
Oh, take a moment to think about it, see what's going on. Who was it that actually picked up that first blood? It was Pylai Die. Oh, man. That's going to be hugely important for the Rubik.
So, Degen plus Orb of Venom seems OP. You don't run away. And that's just... They had to have known that Rubik was going to come back top. I mean, Rubik started mid, showed mid, immediately walked top. Giving over that kill is just a little bit... It's unnecessary.
And if there was really lag and you're obviously trying to not get body blocked, it makes things pretty tough, you know? It's not something that you want to have to deal with. And you talked earlier about maybe the ping disadvantage as well. Pretty hard to make that work. But nonetheless, putting yourself in the position without mana for another Aphotic Shield. He's only, what was that, 10 mana away at the very end? He had one of those up, he would have been fine.
Right. He needed a little bit more mana, then he would have probably lived. So, game underway. Curious to see how this Abaddon's going to start playing. If he's going to have to go to the jungle or whatnot.
Yeah. Now, in on the bottom lane, Monkey King took a good bit of harass there from MSS, but they're still forcing him back and are going to make him use that shrine at this early point. Still better than giving up a kill, but not the end of the world as, well, Fata and the OD are just trading off a couple hits as well, playing this very fast and loose right now and forcing Zeus back to the shrine.
One good thing is Abaddon's going to get a lot more, it seems like, from this offlane. Because he's just going to go jungle now. Yeah. This is pretty hard. This is difficult for MSS to really do anything here. Spamming out a lot of the quill sprays. This is not good for a Bristleback. He doesn't have the mana pool to really sustain this.
That should help.
Yeah, and just keeps on getting punched in the back of the head. He will get fully out of mana now, does have a clarity that he's going to need to pop, and maybe even think about heading over to the jungle or something, but now that you do have the Invis Warlock, he's going to head mid. I was wondering if he was going to go and try and break the clarity of Bristleback, but instead, seeing if he can apply some pressure onto Fata here.
Yeah, and this is just when the OD is going to start taking over the game, depending on if he brings over his boots. This is a pretty smart play for Firelight Die to do. Try to go here right before the courier gets flown, and try and see if they can snipe off the courier. But the courier is going to go bottom. I'm not going to get the courier.
And unfortunately, the Warlock not really able to make anything happen either against the Zeus there to the side, as MSS is going to go for a quick stack onto two camps. Doesn't quite get them off, and there's actually Warlock blocking the camp as well. So no stacks coming out there. At least he only has the one on MSS for the moment. And he's going to have to head back to lane. Full mana pool, but not a ton of farms. Still stuck at level 1 versus the Abaddon, who's gotten up to level 2.5.
Yeah, this is why I don't like having the Bristleback offlane, especially if you don't have a Wisp to back them up. It's just, what's the point?
Yeah.
What is a mid? Meanwhile, mid lane, they're gonna pick them up. Oh, this is actually very bad for.
Oh, pops the stick charges, able to walk away from that one. That was really close, but will live through it, and actually burns through all of the mana of the Zeus as well as the Rubik. So a quick salve picked up now, and well, I think that the OD is just going to be able to stay here in lane.
I would think so too. What is he bringing out here?
Just
He got a
salve.
salve too. That's good. And this is where Zeus is going to be a lot harder to play if he's not careful. Oh, I thought he got his salve canceled. This is where you get most of your mana drained as playing the Zeus. He almost has his arcane boots, so that'll help out a little bit. Meanwhile, Monkey King chasing away. Oh, this could be very bad for Monkey King.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh no, they
that
ended up
coming.
seeing the right clicks coming in from the Ancients, and now one quick lightning bolt to the dome, and Monkey King goes down. Are they going to go and try and pressure the Terrorblade a little bit?
No, they just wanted mana boots.
Okay.
Like, that's the thing. They just got the mana. Hey, that's still. He died, but he blocked the stack at least.
Okay.
Oh, not bad. I'm actually kind of curious why he. I like that kind of stacked that a little early there.
Yeah. Well,
Meanwhile, top lane, they're diving.
Envy in some trouble. He's going to get miscoiled, brought down to 70 HP, but will be able to be a little bit more survivable. Owie making sure that his carry does not go down in this one, but so far, taking a look at the CS, you know, you're 34 and 24 on this Terrorblade. It feels like they're having a great start to the game. Elite Wolves making it happen. Top lane still diving for this one. They do manage to find that kill. Monkey King not quite there in time to save the day, and does need to be careful. Only level 2 still for himself.
Oh. Also, my bad there. That's the Sentry of the Dire. Meanwhile, mid lane though, be a lot of action.
Yeah, still stick charges, staying alive. Fata has the lightning bolt, tries to get it, and will. The arc lightning had a little bit of vision left over there to make sure he brought him down.
You could just see the rotations are a lot better. MP's lineup, they have 1 stun and they're getting 4 kills early on. This is just, it's just kind of maddening when you think about it. How well they're able to just get these pickoffs by just completely bursting down the enemies or catching them out of position.
Yeah.
Dire's top
It
tower
definitely
is under
feels like this game is going, like, as far as the static lanes are concerned, better for Elite Wolves, particularly than the last game.
Dire's
But
bottom
it's
tower
still,
is under attack.
like you said, those rotations are the things that are making it work for NP. So I don't know. Pressure
He
on
gets
the
level
bottom.
6 here. If ulti. No, it's not.
Thought about it. They are still going in here. Fata needs to be
Oh, that
careful.
was enough.
He's gonna bring it down. Gets 1 kill in. OD brought down to almost nothing.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Scary stuff.
Well, school's back in session. NP is showing
Dire's
you
bottom tower
how to get
is
some
under
good
attack.
grades. Elite Wolves are not showing up to school. They're currently skipping class. They need a start coming, else this game is just, it's going to get out of hand very quickly.
Level-wise, you can still see, though, that the benefit isn't towards the offlane of, Queen Tekka, who's already up to almost level 6. You compare that to Bristleback, who's still been at level 4. I don't know. I'm still feeling like it's almost as if, as you said, they haven't shown up yet on Elite Wolves, but when they do, it's going to be really hard for NP to still deal with this Terrorblade, right? Or do you not think so?
I think they have a lot of solutions for Terrorblade.
Okay.
Like the Lincolns eventually on Envy is going to be a counter to the Sunder. The Bristleback's going to catch up by all these stacks. Zeus is, we've already mentioned it, is like the biggest
Radiant
counter.
structures are
And
fortified.
all you really need to do is have Aether Lens plus Force Staff, and then there's no way Zeus dies, and Zeus just completely shreds Terrorblade. Like, you're gonna see it.
Radiant's top tower
Okay.
is
The amount
under
of burst
attack.
damage is gonna be magnificent. Meanwhile, another kill.
Oh, I was looking off to the side there. They do take down the tower in the top as MSS finds a pickup kill there on Monkey King. And, well, after the next stack of it, they might think about trying to get those done for MSS here.
Well, that would be a tribute.
I'm just kind of not a fan of what's been going on in this game. I feel like Monkey King could have maybe got more rotations into the mid lane, and you could have gotten more into
Dire's
Astral.
structures are fortified.
Maybe
Okay.
like 3 into Astral. And you could just see Fata, he knows that the OD went for this greedy build. He went for Arcane Orb. He went for Max Essence.
Oh.
So all he does is he just plays back. Yeah, him on bottom.
Yeah, Pylai Die is going to end up dropping there. They do not have level 7 used for Sunder, and, well, that's going to end up being Terrorblade going down. They are going to get Warlock out of there as well as the Monkey King, but one quick ulti from Zeus causes problems, and now mid he's able to find the kill into OD as well. Fata making plays with the haste rune. A full pot of mana.
Time to get this tower as
Radiant's
Zeus.
middle tower
Let's go.
is
Zeus
under
right-clicking tower. Nope.
I mean,
That's not-
honestly, he probably does more by staying away and not giving the bonus armor. Let's be real here. Well, about 1,000
my
damage.
wolf. He just stole his wolf. Oh, that's just cruel.
Radiant's middle tower
Envy
is
in the
under
bottom
attack.
lane. They are still scouting out Fata here. There's not really anything they can do about it. But after taking the top tower, it seems like now NP want to focus on shutting down the tower here in the bottom lane. Warlock level 4. No ulti yet. Is going to get ran at by Envy. Doing some damage with these bugs as well. Goes for the self-heal. They do have the Boundless Strike to help keep that Warlock alive for the moment, and it does not look like Envy wants to dive since he is out of mana.
Meanwhile, let's just give AUI more space. As always, just let him solo. Let him do his own game. Don't matter. Level 7 now on an Omni Knight support at 10 minutes in the game. Ridiculous. It was actually more impressive than the Rasta last game, considering they didn't get as many kills. Meanwhile, Zeus.
Yeah, they popped the
feel like
ulti
it
up
just-
here in the top lane for Queen Tekka, so there's a very vulnerable Abaddon now.
Yeah, one heal, he's dead. It feels like.
Yeah. He's going to be forced back home. So trying to play it, you know, as close to the wire as he could, and Zeus ulti just sort of winning a lane for him in some ways there as well, giving him a lot of potential. Now Monkey King is up here on the high ground and sharing some experience. We'll see if Zeus scouts him out, and they are going to, and Monkey King brought down yet again.
Well, would have been nice if Monkey King had a way to place the deep ward and scouted out that they were doing the ancients, and then maybe came and steal some of the EXP, and then maybe they rotated. So he's going to be able to get the TP away. Unfortunately, Terrorblade
Pops the meta.
or
Apparently he
yeah,
wants to
ulti.
fight. He's going to turn to do some damage, but Zeus is already here, so Metamorphosis down, and they don't get anything out of it, and NP are going to take the bottom tower. I mean, he didn't really have... He had a TP there. Or maybe he didn't. That might have just come into his inventory right now, but regardless...
140 damage.
And now
Rufus Wolf
Pylite
getting
died.
pinged.
Look at it. Pylite Die still Metamorphosis is starting to deal damage with it against the tower himself. Look at that guy. He's cute as could be.
It's a cute little undead-looking Wraith King. It kind of looks like. It kind of looks like the guys from Game of Thrones. You got the White Walker Pylite Die King in action here.
Well, let's see. Envy.
I mean,
He's
Monkey
good.
King's level 4 right now. If you could think of any worse situation, a Monkey King level 4 at 12 minutes in.
I can't
level
actually.
5 Warlock.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, is that
It's
level
like-
5 Warlock is the worst situation that I could think of. Doesn't have his ulti and can't do anything to defend these pushes. It's just a catastrophe.
Still haven't even gotten a kill on the board.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be so much better than this, and now an Invis Zeus is going to wrap around, and if he heads down to the south, he would have found the Terrorblade. Envy might still find him, and then Fata comes back in. They could probably get a kill here. They're thinking about it, but do not want to dive. Oh, Masuko, he's going to be one that goes down. So too is this OD, I'm sure. Zeus has a blink dagger, jumps away. He do have a hood right now onto this OD, but the ulti coming out, is it going to be able to find the kill? Not quite. MSS diving inside the tower. I feel like this happens at least once a game, but now they pop the shrine, trying to try and take this fight. They have the Guardian Angel already used. Fata still showing up for this one. They don't have a ulti still for another 40 seconds, so they barely keep them out of their tier 3 towers. As there's still battle going on and tier 1's up. They spot out Fata now, Boundless Strike forward, trying to run him down. The orb there as well as the Boundless Strike. A big pickup here, as I do believe that should be a kill. He does have raindrops. They're on cooldown though, so they can't find it. Fatal Bounced up. MSS as well as Envy need to back out of here, and well, they want to stay for the tower, but they get their level 6, but they stun the Monkey King when they drop the Chaotic Offering. Envy is almost dead. He is gonna drop there. They find the kill with the OD. Everybody's grouped up together now, but it does look like the rest of NP should be able to get out of here. Maybe not MSS. They drop down the strike. His back is turned. He almost killed all of them. Look at how low Terrorblade is. That's to sunder something. They're still chasing Pylite Die. You have this OD that's trying to find this kill onto him. Can they do it though? They still have Astro. They drop it, one hit away. They find that kill. Maybe gonna get some more, but no, OD is gonna drop. The team fight that started at the tier 3s ends at the Dire Shrine. Ryu, what the hell was that?
I mean, that's just NP, man. You just... It's not a team unless it's with Envy. All he has ulti in 3 seconds.
Oh God, no!
It's just, that's a setup by the ward too.
Oh, and now they want to fight some more. Queen Tekka, his ulti gets popped. He's going to leave the bugs on him, so hopefully take some more damage. But this should be the end of the Abaddon yet again. The battle continues. They're going to run at Masuko. He is gone as well. There's just nothing to do. They are not stopping.
Alright, well, Monkey King still level 5. Like you said, he got stunned in the trees by the Warlock ulti. It was really funny to watch that, but he still didn't have his Wukong. So, and his stun was on cooldown, so he was still going to be useless in the team fight. I'm so really surprised they managed to bring down Envy there. Him playing very aggressive, and like you said, MSS, you just saw the power of Vanguard. Imagine when this Solar Crest comes out. It's basically he's not gonna get touched.
All right.
And then he's gonna have, all you have to do is just repel and heal the Bristleback. And they wasted their Omni Knight ulti when they were retreating from the base. So imagine if they had Omni ulti there, Bristle would have lived, probably got a rampage.
Yeah. No, it's true. I felt like there was just so much damage coming out that last instance with a couple of the Qualifier procs as well as using it himself. And bad luck as well by Elite Wolves to get the back turn there towards the end. You know, if he's facing forward when a couple of those Arcane Orb shots come out, he doesn't end up doing that much damage, and then maybe you don't lose the OD as he chases further forward.
Yeah, this OD is going back for a Midas too. It's kind of weird in this situation. Maybe you would think that he needs like a Force Staff to help out his allies. Because they're diving and diving and diving. They just need all the help they can get right now. Elite Wolves just to survive for like another 5 minutes, it feels like.
Yeah. Well, it showed that their lineup still has a lot of strength, you know, that you can still do a lot. This OD is really hard to deal with. He has the Midas completed as well as, like, you know, the Hood of Defiance, which has kept him alive. It's a unique item choice to take, as Envy is going to dive here for King Tekka as well as Masuko, and well, they have a Photic Shield on both of these guys. I don't think Envy can do this. They think about dropping the ulti, pump fake it, but then end up calling it off. And now you have Pylai who stole a Photic Shield, while Zeus and Omni Knight are pushing down bottom. They're just not letting up. Constant pressure around the map.
Elite Wolves, they just have to hold on for another like 15, 25 minutes, 20, 25 minutes. That's when these Midases are going to start kicking in, and they're going to have a decent chance at the late game stage. But right now it's just kind of like all NP fodder with the Blink Dagger has been magnificent this game. They haven't been able to touch him. They're going to go a mid here. That's why the Aether Lens. Just watch this guy melt.
Yeah, and Terrorblade gonna get lifted. This should be more than enough to bring him down. The Boundless Strike, but the Golem has been dropped. I don't think that there's enough damage here. OD needs to be careful. He's actually out of mana himself, so can't cast anything. And now Fada shows up. They want to keep chasing this one. They're gonna find a hell of a lot of kills. Double there for Fada. They're gonna keep diving him into the base until it does not stop at all. Well, Envy maybe gonna end up dropping their force use time lapse, but no. 4 are dead. Abba nowhere in sight. And, well, they're going to dive for it. They do not care. King Tekka, are you going to be able to get out of this one? I don't know. Thinking about sticking around. They've used all their shrine the last time that NP dove them. And NP showing no mercy. Take down the whole damn kit and caboodle and team. It was dank for a moment as the 410 came out.
They're just going to go dive their fountain right now.
It is 5 heroes fatal bonded. 4 of them, rather.
Fada can't use his Blink Dagger anymore. Feels bad.
Whew.
Well, 420 was accomplished this game.
Oh, yeah.
But now it's 4-2-1. So this is interesting. They decided to have a Terrorblade so far up, trying to hit a tier 1 tower all by his lonesome. He dies. He's playing super greedy, and then they're just put on the back foot. They just need to split up the map. Don't die. They're gonna die top.
Yeah, Terrorblade, he's hurting. He really wants to sunder something. Oh, okay. All right, he found out Fada there. They still have Thunder God's Wrath, though, in a second. And is he going to end up dropping here? They actually hold back for the moment. Thunder God's Wrath, though, he gets the double kill. Oh, my God. Now he's going to look for some more. That's going to be a dead Warlock. Triple kill for Fata. They want some more as well. I mean, they're cutting off this OD before he can get back to his base. Envy going crazy right now. They dropped the Say's Eclipse, out of mana, but soon to be out of time and out of life. Powered by FYM, NP making some spicy, spicy plays. They take down another.
I just don't think you can give NP Bristleback. Honestly, I don't know, man. It was an off-lane Bristleback. That's like the most troublesome thing about this whole game. It's like off-lane Bristleback. Let's see if Queen Tekka can win here. They're not even gonna attack him. They're just gonna move.
Yeah.
Some NA Dota BM right now.
Let's see if he can take them.
Legit NA Dota BM. I haven't seen this much BM in a long time.
I mean, it's pretty emblematic of what's happening that they're not looking for these towers. Like, this tower has stood here for so long. It's probably gotten more right clicks onto the heroes of NP than all of Elite Wolves have. Like, it is... They do not give a damn.
Oh, that would be a tribute.
Look at Envy. Look at this guy.
Dire's
Look at him.
middle tower is under attack.
He doesn't care.
Yep, and as you said earlier, we saw how useless Thunder became once the Lincolns came up, tried to Thunder Envy, he got debated, got
Alright.
a kill,
I can't
Terrorblade
keep
trying
up.
to farm. Well, I mean, I'm just talking about it because it doesn't matter because it's a kill like every 2 seconds. So.
Right.
Doesn't matter. Terrorblade trying to farm in the enemy jungle, it's not working out. NP just completely dominating the early game, mid game. They just got too many kills. Too many kills.
I mean, there's still the dream of the Midases, right? Like, you got the Midas on the OD, you got the Midas on the Abaddon. There are not really that many objectives that have been taken, and because they're playing so cavalier right now on NP, there's a chance that they could end up throwing this one away. It would be really, really hard, and they found the Monkey King yet again, and he is going to die to the Thunder God's wrath. But we have yet to see this tier 2 tower go down yet.
Is under attack.
And Dagon picked up as well. You talked about BM. This is it. Oh, no.
Yeah, everybody goes Dagon. Dagon 5. That's what MP should do. They should stall out this game for another 30 minutes. If I was MP, I would stall the game for another 30 minutes and I'd go for a 100 kill game. And then completely crush them. And then you're like, okay, NP, this is kind of like why you lost the qualifiers to Onyx.
Oh my God.
Because you screwed around too much.
Okay.
No, but I don't think they're gonna have a hard time
All right.
finishing this game out.
Have they gone too deep now? Have they made too many plays? No, it doesn't look like it because the Dagon just brings them down. They do have Radiance on Abaddon. He has Brown Boot Midas Radiance. So say hello to your pubs. They think about going on Envy again. Lotus Orb's going to pop it. They don't care about towers. Like, this tower has taken more damage from creeps than any right clicks at all that have come from the side of NP.
Radiant's bottom tower.
They have maybe found the Terrorblade. He's still farming out the jungle. He knows that he can't come and fight this in the least bit.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's
Abaddon's
bottom
pushing up the
tower is
top.
under attack.
They take down a tower.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's
So,
middle tower.
well,
They got him.
yeah.
Oh, he got the Sunder off.
There's the lift back in. They're trying to get out of there. He actually ends up bringing down the Zeus. Okay, Sunder comes out. Now the ulti coming in as well from the Warlock. They're taking a lot of damage. They're forced to pop the ulti from that, well, Omni Knight. And can they actually kill off Queen Tekka? I don't think so. Maybe MP have gone too deep here. Wukong's commands come out. Die is gone. And Masses in a hell of a lot of trouble. How he's trying to run, but the Sanity's Eclipse comes out. A double kill there for the Monkey King. 4 dead. Envy trying to run, but will he actually make it out of here? Reflection, Boundless Strike barely off the mark. He is alive on 30 HP. Can he escape? It looks like it's going to happen, but look at the swing. That was pretty huge.
Well, just NP things, you know. Sometimes you just gotta make the game more interesting, right? You just gotta do things like this. So what happened there? That you probably didn't get the catch, for the viewers didn't get the catch. Is Fada missed his initial lightning bolt that would have killed off the Terrorblade. It's kind of like he kind of sidestepped it felt like, but that because he missed that was a free kill given away to the Zeus, and that kind of started off by that. And then NP, they kept diving again, and then everybody just TP'd in. And then, like you said, with the Radiance on Abaddon, he's kind of strong.
I mean, that's the thing is, like, we talked about this, that there was always the chance. Like, it would be really, really hard. But if you start to dive like that, eventually somebody is going to come and try and make you pay for it. And walking 3 heroes with nobody else around to get caught in a Fatal Bonds ulti from Warlock. I mean, they're diving again. They do have Warlock ulti not up for another 50 seconds, so You got to be careful if you're Elite Wolf here. NB going in for this one. Boundless Strike comes through. Still so much damage from that Zeus. Can they kill them off? Monkey King is going to survive. Terrorblade is here as well. Looking for right clicks onto Omni Knight. Fata off in the trees. They're trying to run him down. He is going to be brought down. They have been able to take down that Terrorblade. 50 seconds, not with any life. Arcane Orbs coming through as well. They don't have Sandy's Eclipse again for 40. Also, NP really trying to punish this timing, but they still have to deal with the Abaddon, who has the Radiance dealing a good bit of damage. The blink back from the Bristleback. And maybe, just maybe, they'll be able to save these barracks. I don't know if NP can actually do this. They have to back out. Now Queen Tekka taking damage. Miscoil trying to stay survivable. Fatal Bonds is there. And Masuko, he is going to die 3 seconds before the ultimate comes up. The Fatal Bonds did still come out, though, and they're dealing a lot of damage. NB diving for this one. Boundless Strike comes out, one more hit. He is going to burn through the Aegis. Now MSS gets hit by the Hurricane Pike, stealing a lot of in. They have Sandy's Eclipse back up. Now, if they want to go for this, there's the jump forward. Primal Spring as well. They have Wukong's command coming out. Can they kill this guy off? There's going to be the Guardian Angel still chasing. Elite Wolves need to get out of there now. Queen Tekka dies before he can get that one out. They still have this, though, if they want to think about diving for it. MSS getting a lot of int stolen. It's just going to get right-clicked down to death. He's out of there. There's the Astral Imprisonment to take him down. Envy turned into fight. He turns and drops the Astral. There's the kill. They drop down the Warlock Ultimate. It's just standing there AFK. Masuko has bigger fish to fry as the, well, Weaver is going to chase him down. 4 are dead. NP finally taking this one back into their favor. Manta style away from the damage coming out at Envy, trying to get the kill, but they can't stay alive. Metamorphosis not able to save him from the might of Eternal Envy, who buys a salve in their base.
Bottom barracks are under attack.
Oh, these games.
It's just diving.
Look at him. What is he doing?
I can't talk anymore. There's nothing to talk about.
What is he doing?
Just don't avert your eyes.
I mean,
I'm gonna talk about some item builds now.
Okay.
So let's I want to detour a little bit here. This game. So it was really cool to see the OD pick up the hood first this game. I thought the same train of thought was going to be for Terrorblade too. I think he should have went that first into the Dragonlance afterwards into the Manta, or even just straight BKB along those lines, because Manta isn't really good against Zeus. Maybe just casual Yasuo or something, but he doesn't even have the magic resist that Odie does against the Zeus. So I really dislike this build coming in from the Odie. As well as, since the supports are so poor on the Elite Wolf side, they can't really get a Solar Crest on their own side. But they do need Solar Crest very badly because of the goo, as well as the swarm coming out from Weaver. As well as they always get mass Crimson Guards on the enemy team. Notice how NP always has like 2 Solar Crests per game. That is how highly they rate this item.
oh. They actually took down the Solar Crest that was fully completed for Pylai Dai, too. You're talking about that a little bit. And Aoi does not have his Perseverance completed either. So, well, more dive as Fata took down 1. Queen Tekka dead off to the side. It looks like they're also going to lose the Monkey King. Now 2, more than likely going to lose Masuko as well as the OD. They're not stopping. Unstoppable streak for Fata. They buy back on OD. He wants to party, gets caught in the own Astral. They got the Guardian Angel, and, well, think twice about going in for that Wukong's command. MSS is diving in the base. They buy back into the game with the Monkey King. He's going to TP back home. Actually, no, he's TP to the shrine. He doesn't want to be there anymore as Pylai dies. He says bye. Oh, my God. What is this game? They're going to buy back on the Rubik. They're saying, all right, let's hit the towers. OD, well, now he's getting chased down. Are they going to say bye to him? Are they going to do it?
Bye, boys. Can I say bye? I want to say bye in all chat right now.
Yeah, don't do it. You're going to get us kicked out, I'm sure. That's how you get fired. All right, there's going to be the time lapse back. Masuko going to drop. They still have a pretty good upheaval. MSS not really afraid of it. Pylai Dai, actually, this is going to be a dieback for him if they can find it, but it's not going to be there. Eternal Envy takes down Masuko. They want to kill off Envy, but he still lives through it. The Golem slowed down by the Vicious Nasal Goo. 3 are dead, 11 to 43. I don't even know anymore. I really don't.
You just don't think, you just be.
Pylai Die is going to chase him down, his own form of it. This is a dieback for the Rubik, and Envy is going to fall as well. So, Ryu, there have been 57 kills. It's 30 minutes into the game.
Welcome to balls to the wall Dota. That's all I can say, man. This is a complete clown fest, to say the least. But hey, NP are making a game that should have lasted, or that should have ended probably a good 15 minutes ago. Take another 15 minutes, entertaining the viewers, entertaining us. So,
is there any way they get back into it? Let me just ask you that. Elite Wolves. If there was a fight that they could take.
If they give 4 or 5 more kills, and then or Elite Wolves maybe sneak in a Roche or something, then maybe.
Okay.
I mean, it's always possible, but they have the pipe online, I guess you could say, for the Monkey King. OD is just getting destroyed by this. What level of Dagon is it now? Dagon 5. He's gonna also go for the Octarine, lower the cooldown of that. That'll get down to 12 seconds. Oh, and then everything else is just getting lowered and lowered. I don't know. I can't wait to see the Zeus with his I think he's gonna go +2 static field damage. That's gonna be crazy. Having that 12% damage. I think it's better this game because he just wants to keep bursting and bursting and bursting. Oh,
there's going to be 2 kills. So there's one up top. There's going to be another down here bottom. You do have a Sunder, but lift up from the Rubik. They've literally killed him over and over again with that one spell. Like, just get the lift, and then afterwards he can't do anything. So, simultaneous kills coming on there as well. Owie? He doesn't care.
I mean, he's got Repel. They don't really have anything. Highlight Die.
They're running at him. They don't have Astral now. They had a Photic Shield, but Abaddon was like, see you later. I don't want to be here anymore. Fata deals so much damage with an Arcane Rune on top of this to just further accentuate the terror and horror that's coming out for the Peruvian guys. Quinteca in trouble as well, gonna be brought down. They pop that ulti. There is a big Warlock ulti that comes out, but there's gonna be the ulti from the Omni as well, keeping him alive. They're diving Fountain. 4 heroes gonna be in the Fountain here in a second. It's good game, well played, ends up getting called. NP with no regard for human life. Dismantle Elite Wolves 2-0.
Yeah, dismantle is actually a really, very nice word for you to say. Honestly, I can't even describe what happened in these last 2 games. It was just like one big guy beating up a little guy, a 15-year-old beating up a 5-year-old. It's like no contention. It's like the saddest part. There was a lot of opportunities with their draft to maybe work for both games for Elite Wolves. It should have been maybe a little bit closer, because they didn't necessarily get completely outpicked. Laning stage wasn't necessarily the best. Like I said, they got 4 kills, and NP only had like 1 setup stun, and that's pretty crazy to think about. Like, you have just a Rubik who can really set up stuff around the map, but he set up for the mid, got kills on the top with the Omni Knight and Weaver diving to Abaddon, and then Fata just basically showing up both games and kind of carrying the team, you could say.
Yeah.
Put in a position, did really well.
Well, I like this NP team. I think that they have a lot of potential going forward. They've picked up 2 new players, and it feels like they've been playing like this way for months together, honestly. Like, the chemistry seems to be there. I want to see what happens when they're challenged, because I don't feel like in either of these games they were challenged. I don't feel like in the games they played yesterday they were challenged. Maybe it happens in the next round. And for anybody that's wondering, we do have another series that's going to be taking place a little bit later on tonight. That one is going to be ISGG facing off against Complexity, if I am not mistaken. Should be a good series there. Any thoughts on that one going forward, Ryu?
I think ESGG has a really good chance to come out on top. Complexity have a new roster. ESGG have been
together a lot longer. They're performing very well as of recently. Flea and CCNC kind of been standout players. So I think they have a really good shot at beating Complexity and being able to compete against NP is another whole ball game. I think what I'm looking forward to the most is NP versus EG and the region. Like I know EG is going to get a direct invite to TI, obviously, but I would like to see a show match or maybe in a future tournament here where you have a qualifier and then maybe NP versus EG kind of like in the finals, because I could see that being a good storyline and for the most interesting story for us to going forward for the NA scene right now.
All right. Well, I'd love to see that as well, and I'm sure that these are teams that are. Well, I shouldn't say I'm sure. I would imagine that considering what we've seen out of NP's playstyle so far and their willingness to experiment a little bit, that we might have those teams scrimming behind closed doors as well. Who's to know? But yeah, that was game number 2. NP take the series 2-0 over Elite Wolves. Of course, that does not mean that Elite Wolves are out. They're going to drop down to the lower bracket where they're going to face off against the winner of Fire versus Midas Club Elite. As I said, Complexity versus ISGG is up next. ISGG, of course, with the 2-0 over Thunderbirds yesterday. Very surprising. And Complexity beat out SG eSports 2-0 in the day before that as well. So both of those two teams are going to face off, and then they'll face the loser of our next series. So a lot of stuff on the line. Grand Finals is going to be taking place on the 14th of this month, so still a little ways away, but a lot of great Dota 2 to come in between now and then. Again, I've been Lyrical, Ryu's the co-caster. Any final words before we take a short break before our next series?
You can follow me at Ryu Dota, give me some feedback, come show me some love. You can follow at Lyrical Dota, show my main caster some love. He's starting to be almost as good as me. One day he might surpass me. And then check me out over on my stream at times, twitch.tv/RyuDota. I like to stream a lot. I know Lyrical likes to stream a lot. You should come watch us. We like to play Dota a lot, so we also like to cast Dota a lot.
I think that you guys should definitely check him out. He's a main pudge, and he just goes around and hooks fools. And he's actually 7K. Or are you up to 8K yet? Have you made that climb yet?
I got up to 7.5, and then I went back down to 7.3 now. So I've been hovering around 7.3 and 7.4. I can't break the barrier. NA Dota is too hard.
Fair enough.
So hard.
So difficult to make it work. Well, yeah, that's going to do it for